Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we have something very special, very unique. We are one of the first people here at Universal's Epic Universe. Got a little bit till we can get inside, got about 30 minutes till we can head in. We are here for team member previews. Huge shout out to my friend who helped us get in today. Very excited, gonna go check out everything. One thing to note, no ride POVs. You will not see any on-ride footage today. However, we're gonna see what we think about each of the lands, check out some food, check out as many rides as we can, and just see what the vibe is. Let's get inside, get through the security line, and head on in. But first, this one's definitely worthy of rolling that intro. Still outside of security here, but there's your first look at the beautiful Kronos. I love the design of this at the entrance. Got the spinning chronosphere up at the top, and then each of the four icons representing each of the lands. Of course, got Ministry of Magic up at the top, followed by Super Nintendo World, followed by Isle of Berk, and then Monsters at last but not least, and then the main portal heading into the land with the Epic Universe logo. Love the kind of copper and teal vibe out here that follows into Celestial Park. The fountain in the middle, I've seen lots of pictures of. I've steered clear of pretty much any on-ride videos. There's not supposed to be any technically, but some people have released some, unfortunately. So I've stayed clear of any on-ride spoilers and stuff like that, but I have seen a few shots of inside the park. And just like that, here we are in front of that beautiful Kronos. Unfortunately, it has stopped spinning, but we are finally here at long last. It is so beautiful. I love the design of this thing, the architecture all around here with the rock work blending into the building. So beautiful. So crazy to finally be here at long last. Unfortunately, wait times have skyrocketed already. Not very surprised, but rides are going to go up and down throughout the day. Wait times and operation. Battle at the Ministry and Monsters Unchained are currently both closed. Not an extended delay, closed, so it's a little bit concerning, but we'll see what we can do. I think Stardust is where we're going to head first. And here we are walking through the Kronos. Grand Helios off in the background. Wow, this is breathtaking. Wow, that's so crazy. Look at this, the entrance of Stardust Racers. We got the loading bay up there. Can barely see the loading dock. Green and yellow. We'll see if we can see some coasters coming by here in a second. Got some mist down here as well. This is awesome. Let's wait and see if we can have somebody come in. And it looks like they're coming into the loading dock right now. I'm not sure how many trains they have running. I believe Velocicoaster usually has 4 or 5, so I'm not sure how many they have here at Stardust. Here they come. There they go. Okay, so it looks like the inside there is a launch tunnel. Oh, that makes me even more excited. Here we go. Here's the green one coming down. Yeah, I definitely could see this giving Velocicoaster a run for its money. You know me, theming's always going to come first before thrill, so that's the only thing that has Velocicoaster holding on for me. So this area is technically in Celestial Park still. This can be that main entrance area, similar to World Celebration over in Epcot. Just kind of the entrance promenade, and then this area over here is kind of like a weird offshoot, but it is still Celestial Park. This is going to be where your entrance to Stardust Racers is, and then also back that way is going to be an expansion pad. Could either be a 5th portal or could end up being an expansion of Ministry of Magic in the future. Of course, no details on that right now, but you never know. There is a pretty good size expansion pad back there. But this, the artwork here and the sculpting and everything, it's so beautiful. Look at this. That's awesome. Here we go, 45 minutes for Stardust Racers. Okay, wow, just made it off of Stardust Racers. Unfortunately, it took about an hour to get on. They went down for a little bit, but as we know, technical preview, so it's just how it goes. But that was incredible. Slightly below Velocicoaster in my opinion. Velocicoaster is just more intense still. This is a different style of ride, but still absolutely incredible. I loved it. Probably my number 3 or number 4 favorite coaster of all time. Funny story I forgot to mention earlier about this entrance sign here. I'm going to show up a picture right now of what the sign used to look like, and I'll let you guys tell me if you can spot what's wrong there. So you can see the apostrophe on the ITS for its is there, and That's not how that works. That's not grammar. That would say it is instead of it's. So it looks like they took that sign down while they fixed that apostrophe. Okay, next up here is Super Nintendo World, home of Mario Kart, Bowser's Challenge, Minecart Madness, and Yoshi's Adventure. 3 rides here, 1 roller coaster, 1 VR ride, and then the Omni Mover being Yoshi's. So let's get in and see what Super Nintendo World looks like. I do love to see all the kinetic energy here on the portals and stuff between the screens. Everything looks like we got some escalators that we're going up here. Let's get inside, head up the escalator, and see what they got in store for us. Our first portal of the day. Oh, the music changed. I don't know how much you guys can hear the music, but that's still great. All right, here we are. Our first step around the corner into Super Nintendo World. Of course, we do have this land over in Hollywood, at Universal Studios Hollywood, opened a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that. And I believe it is pretty much an exact clone of the main area, just with the addition of the Donkey Kong Kingdom, not sure what exactly it's called, but Donkey Kong area over on the other side. Look at this. Definitely matches the description. Do I know much about any of this stuff? No, I do not. But it does look pretty cool. I'll give it that. I think that Yoshi's might be our first ride. So let's go hop on Yoshi. You can see the Yoshi Adventure cars coming out here. It is an Omni Mover ride. Kind of similar to People Mover. Definitely is to this lane what People Mover is to Tomorrowland. But as I was just saying outside, you know me. I love that kinetic energy, so this land is doing it for me. While I'm not a fan of the IP or anything, the kinetic energy and just all the motion is really great to see. Kind of a neat little balcony area here looking down. You got Toadstool Cafe down there, one of the, I believe, table service. Might be quick service though, I'm not too sure. And then entrance to Yoshi's gonna be down here. Looks like, I believe, a gift shop down here. And then I'm not sure where Mario Kart is. Mario Kart might be up there, or maybe it's down below. We'll have to see. All right, let's head down there and see what else we can find. Made it down below here. Looks like about a 35-minute wait for Yoshi's. We'll probably end up doing that first. We just have to take in all the different sights and sounds here. Looks like we got some type of binoculars or something up there you can see the kids playing with. You can move around, look at different things, maybe give some different effects to the land. All right, just got done on Yoshi's Adventure. That means 2 rides down, 9 more to go. Definitely not getting on all 9. There's 2 that we definitely will not get on. I'll talk about that here in a second. But Yoshi's, it was like a 5-minute ride, maybe just a little Omni Mover style. Good for the kids with a few interactive pieces, so I definitely enjoyed it. Well, I didn't necessarily enjoy it, but the kids will enjoy it. That's the whole point of it, but good for the little ones. And we have left Super Nintendo World and are looping our way back around towards the Isle of Berk. Unfortunately, it does look like most of the fountains are, well, all the fountains are turned off here in Celestial Park. Definitely hoping that those fountains come back on later today, because definitely a highlight of the area for me. But we'll go around, check out some more of that stuff later. We're just trying to get on as many rides as we can right now. Like I was saying, unfortunately, Battle at the Ministry has been closed pretty much the entire time during previews. I believe in the last couple days it opened 1 or 2 times for a few riders, but it's been down for the most part. And weirdly enough, Monsters Unchained has been closed all day today. It's been open for most previews. It's been going down every once in a while, but it's been open the majority of the time. So kind of interesting that it's closed today, but hopefully it'll come back up. But if it doesn't, that's just the nature of these previews. I mean, that's how it goes. We're here for technical rehearsals. It's not like we can expect everything to be 10 out of 10 in working condition. But here we go. We, my friend, have dragons. The Isle of Berk, of course, from How to Train Your Dragon. All right, here we go. Portal number 2. Very nice. I like the design of it here. That LED screen, of course, looks a whole lot better in person than it does on camera. Looks like we got a little dedication plaque here to Berk. I'm assuming people who know this movie better than I do will understand this. Okay, now this is a very, very cool land. We got Hiccup's wing gliders here. That's the gray track down below us. I think the fire drill is going to be right on the other side of this little mountain area here. But the rock work here and the detail, this is incredible. Definitely going to try to get on Hiccup's wing gliders later today as well. I think it's about a 70 right now. So I'll probably skip until hopefully it goes down a little bit. Let's see what the wait time is here. Oh no, this is just the playground. Never mind. Get around the corner and see what the wait time looks like. Looks like Hiccup's Wing Gliders here is a posted 75. I think I'm gonna try for Fire Drill first and then get something to eat because I'm starving, but I'd like to get one more ride out of the way before we go and get some food. So Fire Drill, I believe, is like a 35 or something like that. It's gonna be right up ahead. I say this time and time again in my videos, but kinetic energy is everything in a theme park. It's what matters most. Fire Drill here is a water ride, if you didn't know. You're on a boat, and I believe just like shooting at different targets, but posted 35, and it appears to be a walk-on. So let's go see how we can do.
Anyway, what? It's just me. Normally I don't get that kind of response from people. But anyway, if you see a nightlight, point them out to me, please. I've been worried. Practicing and bouncing. That's very nice. You see, the nightlights have been rehearsing their bouncing skills. Oh, I know we have a lot of new Vikings here. Would you like to show your pouncing skills, or you just want to sit there all day? You're just going to sit there all day? All right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to need a nightlight-sized Viking to help me out with Rough Runner. Would you help me? You seem to know a lot about dragons. Go ahead and hand those off. Come over here. Hello, what's your name? What's that? Luke? Oh, he's still a little shy. I'll tell you what, we're all gonna do it together, okay? All right, everyone, feet shoulder width apart. Dragon claws out. Fierce dragon face. You two. All right, you count us off. You go 1, 2, 3. We're all gonna jump and roar. That was terrifying. So good, very nice. All right, Rough Runner, don't let me down. Yes! Everyone say thank you, wonderful, thank you so much. Oh boy, can we go find your siblings now? That you're embarrassing me in front of all the new Vikings. I'll get you some fish. It'll be lake trout. Would you like to play a game? All right. We're gonna play some dragon games here. Let's see. Ooh, find the fish. Zip zap zop. Nobody likes that one. Ooh, toothless says. This is an easy one. All right, we're all gonna play this together, okay? I'm gonna say command, but only follow it if I say Toothless says. Here we go. Toothless says, look to your right. Toothless says, look to your left. Toothless says, look forward. Look up. Got some of you. All right. Toothless says, look up. Toothless says, look down. Toothless says, wiggle your ears. Look forward. You didn't go. So I think you're the winner. Rough Runner's the winner. Give him a big round. Now, as I said earlier, you all have very small shoes. So stop by my shop. It's halfway up that mountain. Remember my jingle. If you need a good cobble, stop and see wobble. That's me. Rough Runner, try to wave everyone. You all enjoy your stay on Burke, all right? Have a wonderful day. All right, Rough Runner, let's go find your siblings. Oh, why are you sitting there? You gotta go find your siblings. What do you mean, no? Would you like to sing a song? Let's see, I taught him a song. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where Dragon sits? Look at that. Now, can we go find your siblings? Here we go. Have a wonderful day. Bye, Luke. Take care of your dragons.
After that adorable interaction with Rough Runner there, I think we're done here in the Isle of Berg for now. Might still try to come back and do pick up swing gliders. Posted 75 right now, but Monsters Unchained just opened. Posted 25 right now. Sure, it's gonna be double, triple that by the time we get there. But let's get over to Dark Universe, check it out, try to get on Monsters Unchained. Arguably, excluding Battle at the Ministry, the best ride here, and definitely one of the highest tech dark rides ever made. And here we go, portal number 3 of the day. Honestly, my favorite looking portal here. Monsters. Dark Universe, I guess is the actual name, Dark Universe, based on all the Universal monsters. Frankenstein. Yeah, that's all I got. The rest of them, Dracula, stuff like that. But this looks incredible. This is definitely my favorite portal so far. Look at that. I love the whole portal aspect of this park. It's so cool. I do believe that Monsters Unchained is already up to a 60, but you best believe we're gonna get back there as quick as we can. So I found the line for Monsters Unchained. My hope is the queue isn't extended inside, so maybe we should hop in. Looks like it posted 75 is what I can see from here. Oh, decisions. I need food. Maybe we get food and then we hop in line. Why don't we try to do that? Because I'm starving, but wow, look at that castle. This is beautiful. Wow. Okay, let's try to get food and get in line. Yeah, Monsters is definitely a little bit popular here. We're gonna go through here, try to get some food. Excuse me, guys. Wow, this castle is amazing. All the effects. Can't wait to see this at night. So cool. Looks like they will have a single rider line when they open as well. That's good to know. Single rider is available. But I believe back here is where we're gonna try to get our food. This is Curse of the Werewolf over here on the left side. And if you're familiar with Silver Dollar City, it is very similar to Time Traveler in that the ride vehicles will spin and rotate as you go along the track. And here's our first sight of the Burning Blade Tavern. Something really cool happens to that windmill. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to catch it right now, but I promise we will catch it sometime today. I'm gonna keep rolling just in case I come up here and look at this menu. Maybe it's making some sounds, I'm not sure. Looks like probably not right now. Look at this queue here. So cool, so many details. This is the true monster. Attention to detail here is absolutely through the roof. Sorry, also, I don't have my mic right now. Well, unfortunately, Monsters did go down again. We waited for a little over an hour in the queue. Sorry, that sun is bright. Here we go. No, not for long. Oh well. Do as you can. But anyways, waited for a little over an hour in the queue, and then we ended up deciding to leave. Did go and ride Curse of the Werewolf though. Curse of the Werewolf was very nice. I liked that. Didn't spin too crazy, but also the weight was pretty evenly distributed throughout our car, so that's really what determines how much you spin. So lucked out there, glad, because probably would have been sick if we spun a lot. But anyways, now I think we're gonna head over to the Ministry of Magic and see what that looks like over there. Of course, Battle at the Ministry is still down, but at least go check out the Ministry, see what they have to offer, see what it looks like, and then hopefully try to get on a few more coasters, and certainly try to get on Monsters if it opens back up. As we come around the corner here, just in front of Grand Helios Hotel, fountains. Our fountains are working yet again. Doesn't look like they're really doing anything special right now, but hey, this is great. This is what I like to see, and there's lots of, looks like it's roped off right now. Some of it over there is open. But all of this turf space here, you can just go and sit around the fountain and just relax, hang out. This is my favorite thing in a theme park. Just a nice area to chill and relax, take in the sights. Stardust Racers there in the background you can see. You barely see the tip of Dragon Racer Rally over there. Love to see it. All right, let's head straight over there to the Ministry of Magic. Look at how beautiful this hotel is. This is, of course, the Grand Helios Hotel, directly across from the main entrance. So the main entrance is going to be over that way, and then fountain in the middle, and then Grand Helios up here. I love this architecture, love the design. There's a nice statue up there. We might try to go check it out if we have time. But, oh, also, this is something else to mention. Hey, Epcot, recognize these? Look, these ones are working. They're different colors. Crazy. They're lighting up. But, as you can tell, they're already getting cracked, and we're still in previews here. But, hey, they're working and they're lighting up. So, Epcot, take notes. But anyways, as I was saying, I might try to get up there to look at a little bit more of Grand Helios and check out the statue, but we're definitely on a time limit today. We got about 3.5 hours left, and we're still trying to get on a few more rides, so we'll see what we can do. And here we are at the 4th and final portal for Harry Potter, the Ministry of Magic. Out of all the IPs here, Harry Potter is the one of which I know least. So, Harry Potter fans, I apologize for anything I might say or not say here as I step into the Ministry. For in dreams we enter a world that is entirely our own. That is, of course, a quote from somebody, presumably from Harry Potter, but I wouldn't know. Here we go, 4th portal. Looks like Paris. That's about all I can tell you. I see walls. Very interesting tile. Oh, okay, it is real tile. Okay, it looked fake for a second. Got some very nice artwork up here on the side of the buildings. Very just like small, narrow street, quite similar to Diagon Alley. Actually, I've only been to Diagon Alley once, and this is definitely giving major Diagon Alley vibes. Are they the same place? Are they both in Paris? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know enough about this, is what I'm telling you. But see if we can check out a little bit of the Battle at the Ministry queue as well. I'll tell you what, Harry Potter theming aside, this is giving the France Pavilion a run for its money. Definitely a much nicer scale. Not exactly sure where exactly. Wow, this is really cool. Doesn't look like you can go up there, but I don't know, maybe you can't, just rope. Obviously you can't right now, but maybe in the future. Not sure where Battle at the Ministry is. I think it's back over on that far side. This building is some type of stage show, maybe like an acrobatic show it looks like, I'm not sure. All right, back over here this way. Sorry, I'm walking straight into the sun. I can't see anything. There we go. Back over this way seems to be where the Battle at the Ministry is, right up here. It is, of course, closed, like I said, but maybe we'll go check out the queue a little bit. Something called the Metro Flu is going to be what you like enter the queue through. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means, but the videos and pictures I've seen look quite cool. Okay, just kidding. The queue's closed today too. Not sure if it's all day or just for now or what, but no queue either. So I think now, I don't know. We're gonna have to just suck it up and go wait for a ride. Don't really want to wait in any of these lines, but I need to. Got about 3 hours left, so maybe one of the Mario rides or pick up swing gliders. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I think it kind of looks cooler as you walk out of this area. I love that statue up at the top and the concrete design on the arch. Looks awesome. All right, we are back here in the beautiful Isle of Berk. This time, hoping for Hiccup swing gliders. We're gonna see about the line for the mac and cheese cone things. I was after those earlier, but the line was crazy long. So we'll see about those and then see about Hiccup swing gliders and then go from there. All that we for sure need to do is Stardust Racers. We want to ride again at night and ride the yellow side. We did ride the green track earlier if you were curious. And then we want to ride Constellation Carousel at night as well. So those are our 2 must-dos for the end of the night. Until then, we just see what we can manage. Okay, was not anywhere near a 75-minute wait. I think we waited about 45 minutes total for Hiccup's wing gliders and surpassed my expectations by a lot. There was a Hiccup and Toothless animatronic. Sorry for the spoilers, but I'm sure I mentioned that at the beginning of the video. So yeah, Toothless animatronic was incredible to see. So now I think it's time to head back to Super Nintendo World and figure out what we're gonna do there. Look at these beautiful Celestial Park fountains dancing with the lights below them. Wow. I can't wait till I can come here and actually just relax and chill a little bit and check out all of Celestial Park, because I'd love to just hang here, just like I do in World Celebration at Epcot. These fountains are beautiful. Constellation Carousel over there as the sun sets. Grand Helios. Sorry, I'd love to sit and look at this for longer, but we are so short on time. And look at that, the Kronos is spinning once again, all lit up as well. Sorry, that's really shaky. Wow. We'll get better shots of everything as we walk out, so that way you guys can see the lights and everything everywhere. But yes, the lighting package on the Kronos looks incredible. And then lights all through here too as well. I think we accidentally might have taken like the long way around to Super Nintendo World, but oh well. All right, we are back here in Super Nintendo World at night. It is packed. It is so much busier right now than it was before. It also seems louder, but that could just be me. Look at that little mushroom toad thingy, whatever that is. I think it's a mushroom. So cool. Okay, I've got to stop stopping and looking at stuff because I don't have time to do that. But there's just so much going on. Got a piranha plant up there. Looks like we're heading into what I presume to be Bowser's Castle, I believe. This would be Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge is the full name. So let's head on in and check this one out. Look at that. Love random big statues and queues. Very cool building. I'll tell you what, the atmosphere everywhere is really what sells the place for me. Got a bunch of different trophies here along the wall. Hey, I mean, I've played Mario Kart, 3-4 times in my 20 years of life, so I'm practically like a professional, so I'm confident. I don't really know what's happening here. I know it's a VR ride. That's about it. That's all I got. Okay, Mario Kart was interesting to say the least. Never done drugs, but I feel like if I did, that would be what it was like. Rainbow Road was quite the trip, but I have more thoughts on that later. I'm gonna do a full breakdown either at the end of this video or in a separate video, I'm not sure yet. So I'll give my full thoughts and everything there. But we're gonna run over to Stardust Racers real quick, try to catch some of this park at nighttime. All right, walking back around Celestial Park at nighttime. It's so beautiful. So many lights. The fountains are amazing over here. These are the ones in front of Grand Helios. The soundtrack is awesome. Nowhere near as beautiful as the Epcot World Celebration background music. I think that's like the best theme park background music of all time. But this is pretty good. I like it. Look at those fountains there. Like I said, I apologize we're not gonna have time to just chill and take in the atmosphere tonight, but hopefully we'll be back soon and we can do that there. Also, it's gotten a little bit chilly, so it's a little cold. All right, let's see if we can catch a little bit of Stardust Racers here as it comes around the corner with all of its lights on. There's lights on the train, there's lights below the track. There's the fog area down here. Fog, mist, what's the difference really? I don't even know. Mist, I guess it'd be mist. I do know the difference between fog and mist, I promise. All right, the train should be coming around any time now. They just launched back, so they should be looping around this bottom section here in a couple seconds. And here they come. Looks like we got yellow coming in first and green coming in from the other side. So cool. Gives kind of some Tron vibes with the blue there turning into orange. Well, of course, now that we've made it over to this side of the park and are getting ready to get in line for Stardust Racers, 50 minutes till park close, Monsters Unchained has opened back up. Posted a 120-minute wait right now. We're gonna get on Stardust, see if maybe we get through in time to run over to Monsters and hop in line before park close, but I wouldn't count on it, but we'll hope for the best. Well, we had a bit of a crazy turn of events there. Got in line for Stardust, and as I said, Monsters opened, so we ended up deciding to run to Monsters. So we ran to Monsters, halfway there, I checked, still open, 150-minute wait, but worth it. We get there, and the sign says at capacity. Also, sorry that the video quality is absolutely horrible right now, but it's dark, and iPhone cameras don't do good in the dark, especially those front-facing cameras. But, oh, look at the baby dragons here, hold on. Look at these things. These dragons might be the best part of the entire land, all of the little dragons and stuff. So, anyways, sorry, dragons distracted me. But, like I was saying, we got to Monsters Unchained, and it said at capacity, so we ran all the way over there for nothing. But, good news is we did Curse of the Werewolf, because it was essentially a walk-on. I think we waited like 15 minutes for Curse of the Werewolf again. And, sorry, this video quality is really bad, I don't know what's going on. And then after that, we decided to run over here to Hiccup's Wing Gliders again, because that was one of our favorites. Oh yeah, much better once we get the light. But Hiccup's Wing Gliders was also walk-on, so we ran and did that. And it is now 10:14, which means that Epic Universe is closed for the day. So it is the end of our previews. We're gonna check out a few more things here, look at the lights on the way out, try to run to the gift shop if the gift shop is still open. Let's just take another quick moment here to look at these fountains. We got the Super Nintendo World portal out there. Also, I think I keep bouncing back and forth between Super Nintendo World and Super Nintendo Land. I'm really not sure which one it is, so maybe I'll find out later and let you guys know. Or I'll forget, that's equally as likely. But those beautiful fountains here, the Constellation Carousel over here. I was wanting to ride this and Stardust Racers at night, but didn't end up working out. But we will certainly, without a doubt, be back as soon as possible. I don't think we're going to make it over to Grand Helios either, just because it's all the way across the park. But no, I think that's very far, which more thoughts on that. Like I said, either at the end of this video or in a different video. Just depends on what future Ethan decides to do. Not a long walk across the park is what I'm trying to say. But let's check out these lights up here, see if we find any cool merch, and then head on out because I am exhausted. My feet are absolutely soaked from fire drills still, and they hurt and they stink. So yeah, let's get out of here. These garden areas just right outside the entrance are very beautiful as well. I believe this building in here is a restaurant. The sign there says Atlantic, and that's it. So I don't know. Which once again, I have lots of thoughts about this park. Very good things, some bad things, and some overall opinions. But like I said, we'll get there as soon as we can. But I do certainly love this Celestial Park area. Look, here's a good view of that statue there in front of the Kronos. Look at that. Like I said, the statues here are incredible. Looks like there's some lighting there on her as well. And of course the Kronos up above. So beautiful. One quick look at the Kronos lighting here at the main entrance. We got some more floor lights down here. Once again, I say in the kindest, well, no, not in the kindest way possible. Epcot, take notes. Take notes, Epcot. This is all we're asking for. You wonder next which path to chart. The answer lies within your heart. How kind. Love it. That amazing chronosphere up there. The lighting package here is great. And then there are, of course, some spotlights going up in the air. I thought there was only 2, but now I see 3, and so I'm wondering if there's 4. I think there's only 3 working right now. I'm guessing that there's normally 4. But everything glows. There's lights all atop the railing there, all across the front fence. Let's see if we can turn around here and see the lights on the other portals. Actually, it appears that they have been, oh no, okay, they're kind of still working. Yeah, you can see those 2. Yeah, so that one right there is going to be for Isle of Berk. That one over there is going to be for Ministry of Magic. And then the other 2 are over on this side, and you can barely see one of them here. Oh yeah, okay, so that's Super Mario, and then that is the other one, Dark Universe. But you can see them a whole lot better when you're up close, and just really cool aspect of having each of the portals light up. I also love these little like water fountain thingies. I don't know, like little lampposts that drop water down into the river below, but that's incredible. Well, with that is going to be it here from Epic Universe. We had quite the day. We rode way more than I expected to. It kind of sucks that we couldn't get on Monsters after so long, but everything else was amazing. There was a lot of things that exceeded my expectations. There were a few things that did not meet my expectations, but we'll save that for later. And then just a few other thoughts that I have, but overall, it was an incredible day. Very thankful to get to come. Once again, thank you so much to the team member who helped us get in here and invited us. We did some stuff together off camera for a little bit, and then kind of split up so I could vlog and we could get the rest of the stuff done. But well worth it. But we've officially walked through the Chronosphere again and are headed out. So thank you guys so much for watching this one. This was a huge video, but I appreciate it. So have a good one, and I'll see you next time.